Okay, welcome to London Motorcycle Show. I'm just here, just about to open on a Saturday morning. Somebody posted on my video yesterday to do a walk around. So quickly before the show opens, I'm just going to start at this far end of the hall, walk back to my stand and see what I see of interest. So just to join me, I don't know how long the video will be, but we've got some classic stuff here. I think what I like about London Show is they don't always have the new stuff. It's not always new bike stands. So they always seem to bring together a range of older bikes. They've got Rossi's race bikes. They've got this Built, which are a magazine over here, and they've obviously got their custom bikes that they brought together. Very bike shed, which is really on scene, I guess, at the minute. Knobbly tyres on street bikes and things. That's good to see. It is a smaller show than normal. I think it was a brave move putting a show on, or announcing a show was on during the restrictions, and now I guess the restrictions have ended, and it's timing is perfect, really. Yesterday's attendance was good. Guide dogs. There's a few charity events or charity stalls here. Got the auction. Got Silverstone auctions, so you can come and bid on stuff. Again, something a bit more interactive. You know, even if you're not buying a bike from it, it's something to see and have a look around some older bikes. I once went to Utrecht show in Holland, and I was really amazed by that. It was a huge show, lots of halls. And they had dealerships go with their second-hand bikes to sell, and just being able to walk around such a big array of second-hand bikes was just as interesting as looking at the newer stuff. I mean, look at all this that you can bid on. All the old race bikes, old Norton, old Motor Morini, Ducatis. There's some nice Senna. Got one. I have got one. Sexy beast. Wow, I wonder how much that goes for. I did lie on that last video. I couldn't commit to myself just saying that I paid $350, but I paid $350. In my mind, I only paid $200. So when I said the price, I think I internally lied to myself. Some Triumph, a KT. I mean, look at these. What we got there? Suzuki DR650, 600 even. Kawasaki Pass, I'm not sure. An XT 350. 490. Yeah, that was cool. I like that sort of stuff. It's not all new and shiny. Okay, so we're going to go across. So there's a lot of leather retailers and things, some tool shops. What's that? Sorry, mate. So insurance brokers, some clothing, a lot of clothing retailers. Not sure what the deals are like this year, but generally you can get a bit of a deal. Helmet retailers. I just walked past this stand earlier, Maving, which are electric bikes, nicely styled, assembled in Coventry. 40 to 80 mile range, depending on how many batteries you have. £5,000. Thought that seems a good option. Dorothy's Speed Shop edition there, I think. And I think it was true of the NEC. There's a lot of new brands coming through. I think they've all got Chinese manufacturer in the background, but certainly not a lot of new names coming onto the scene. I just want to show you. So on the Lexmoto stands, Lexmoto are the company that sell a lot of 125s. Popular 125 seller. And they've started bringing in Voge, which is it's a subsidiary of the Chinese company that build the Lexmoto bikes, who are obviously upscaling into large capacity adventure bikes. So we've got this new DS650, which is a single cylinder engine based on the G650 GS engine. Launching, that's it. So Launching made the 650 GS engine for BMW. So people say, are they copying, or are they just using the technology that was given to them by the European brands? Now, to me, that's a handsome bike. Looks good, looks premium. What price we got? 6,400. You know, if they could get a serious dealer base, and if they could get some serious press and get some bikes out there, get some bums on seats, I think that would do well, because the Himalayan does well, but we want more power. What do we move up to? Tenere 700, too much for most people, or a lot of people. 500X, a bit flat. You know, that is a nice looking bike. And I rode the, where is it? So that's a Voge DSX 500. That's a CB500X blueprint copy engine. and I rode the one with a 17-inch front wheel, and I've got to be honest, it rode better than the Honda 500X. So the Voge it's a good bike. It just needs the back end and the front end, i.e. the marketing, the dealers and everything else, to get their arses in gear, really. Say that quietly. We've got sidecars, we've got Urals right there. Mike on his, looking cool. Nice. Two-wheel drive Urals. Hopefully going to be popular this year. 15 minutes. What we got? So we got Royal Enfield. Is there anything to excite me this time? Not really, because I think we've got everything. We've got a classic 350 coming to the speed shop 1st of March. So that completes the lineup of bikes I've got at the speed shop for people to ride. So I've got 650, Conti's, Inti, Himalayan, Meteor 350, Bullet Trials, and now a classic 350 that's coming in 1st of March. We have signed, I think I'm allowed to announce it, we've signed sort of a partner agreement with Royal Enfield. So we'll be doing some Royal Enfield approved tours and ride outs and things from the speed shop, which is quite a good boost for us down at the speed shop to have a manufacturer partner on board. So the classics, I think the classic's going to be popular. 4.2, 4.3, I think that is. Actually, that's the colour we're getting, the green one. Yeah, so we're getting one of them. I'm quite excited, actually. You know, motorcycling in North Devon, do you need anything more than that? Not really. CCM, obviously still waiting for the GP 600. Is John, hello. Don't know if John's there. I mean, they've really, I'm going to say this nicely, they've stretched the options of this chassis and engine combination that they launched with a Spitfire 3 or 4 years ago. They've done so many different models and variants, bobbers, street scramblers, titanium frame one in the middle. They've really done as much with it as they can. And I guess the challenge is finding an engine to use, obviously because a small manufacturer can't afford to develop their own engine, not with the emissions targets of the current era. So they need a partner engine, and I guess we'd love to see a GP 600, a 600 GP with the engine that's in the AJP, really. You know, whether this is the right time to work on it, who knows? It's a tough market out there at the minute, I think. KTM 390, that's been updated, Euro 5. Got a few bits and bobs, 790, 890s. I can't say I get too excited about the KTMs. I do apologise for any KTM fans out there. I will be excited by the 490 KTM. Just thinking, before I go that way, we've got India now. We're not interested in India, are we? I kind of want to find Ducati, because Ducati have got the X Adventure on stage or on show. We're going to walk around by BMW and Yamaha. BMW, I don't think have got much new. The new electric scooter is interesting. I was talking to the head of BMW UK yesterday, who's I think I agree. I don't personally find it too expensive at 11 grand, which I know that sounds ridiculous to say a scooter at 11 grand's not a lot, but for how it looks and the tech on it, it seems actually good value compared to say an XADV Honda, which is old tech, and they're 10 grand. So I've got 310 GS, same as what we've got down at the speed shop for people to ride. Yeah, but electric, I think electric is starting to filter through, certainly from the smaller brands and then obviously into the bigger brands. We've got nothing from the Japanese with electric in it, but the European brands certainly seem to be pushing in that direction. Some stuff up there. I can't see that scooter. I think it's over in that far corner. Let's skip on to Yamaha. Tenere 700 is obviously doing really well for them. It's a shame the 1200 is gone, the Tenere the Super 10. It's a shame that didn't do better as a bike. But it's just got a little bit left behind. Whether they'll ever do an updated version, I don't think so. I think that ship sailed for a large capacity Yamaha adventure bike. I think the money's on the Tenere 700, which seems to be selling well. There's the Raid prototype. I don't know, well, it's not here, but I don't know if that's going to ever kind of make a production reality. Handsome bike though, isn't it? What's the price on these now? Oh, yeah, 11 grand. Ooh. It's a bit. I know it's got a few trick bits on it, but when that came out at 8.4, 8.5, that was really good value. 11 grand? Not so sure. We've got Suzuki, which, you know, everyone harks of the DRZs and things, but we won't see one on the stand today or tomorrow or next year, I don't think. We've just got the same 650 V-Strom, 1050 V-Strom. The 250V's gone. Yeah, shame really. We really could. If there was a time now for a good DRZ 400 or some sort of 400cc V-Strom, I think the time is now, but can't see it. Honda, they've got the new 300X ADV. 500X is doing well. A lot of popularity on the forums, I know, with that. So the 350 ADV. You know what? I actually think that's good value. I think that the 750 was always. I mean, look at that. That's expensive. That's good value to me. 5.6 for a bike that's going to have enough pace for most commuter traffic. It looks stylish. Probably, you know, it's going to be well built, reliable. The Chinese brands like the Voge, they are building better bikes and they're really starting to compete as a product. But the price is, there's still going to be a gap in the price. And if the Japanese and the Europeans can keep their prices reasonable while the Chinese keep increasing their prices, I think the justification for choosing anything other than the established brand starts to diminish. That's why companies, I think, like Voge really need to work on their brand building and pedigree, heritage, and just the notion that you can buy in a bike that is going to be built to last, you can get parts for, and is going to be supported by the manufacturer. But whilst the manufacturer's tucked away in China and it's imported by a Western importer that just puts a new sticker on it, I'm never convinced by that strategy. But we'll see. Fireblades. Sorry, this is more of an adventure walkthrough. Kawasaki, again, like Suzuki. What we desperately need is a Versys 400. The Versys 300 was a decent bike. You know, the engine didn't suit it at all. Very revvy, very short geared. RC. It was a decent bike. It had a lot of merit, but it needed a bit more lungs, a bit more mid-range. And the 400 engine that they've got in the sports bike would slot straight in. And again, they've obviously made a decision that it's not viable to do that. And it's a shame. Because if there was a time now for a Versys 400, it is now. Let's have a look at this DesertX. I'm excited by this. This has come out of nowhere, really. I know the prototype was floating around, but you always felt, well, it's never going to make production, or a bit like the Husqvarna at Norden, be a bit slightly diluted. 5 minutes, right? But I think that is a solid, interesting, good-looking, high-performing, different, brave, bold bike. 13 or 14 grand. I mean, it's a bit over Africa Twin money, but it's a bit more than Africa Twin, isn't it? It's a bit more exciting. It's a bit more bike. Feels good. I love that. It's got like, it's something, I don't know what I'm not gonna even try and guess what kind of plastic it is, but it's got that really solid, non-breakable sort of military grade plastic. It's not painted. The mold is white, which is great because it means the paint's not going to scuff. You might get some scuffs on the actual plastic, but the paint is not going to lift or chip or scratch. It's all nice. It's lovely. Fully adjustable suspension. It's a bit of a thing of beauty, I think that is. And they're going to do a 47 brake horsepower version of it, which is even better. Right, I better head back to stand, but I haven't missed everything. We've got more helmet stands, Can-Am, Triumph. Sorry, I'm missing Triumph out. too much up there. LI inflatable jackets, if that's your thing. Not really my thing, but everyone has a preference. And then we've got the Rossi bikes over there. I think it's quite a big coup for the organisers to get the Rossi bikes.
Fuel restrictions, the tyres were insane. So it was challenging, but I mean we still came through it, you know, front. So
would you say that was one of the big challenges about your career that year?
Some pounds worth there, I would say. Wow. The Aprilia RS was the bike of my youth. Couldn't quite afford one, so I ended up with a TZR 125R, but always lusted after an Aprilia 125. And then last but not least, Dorothy's Speed Shop, where we've got the mural, live painting of the mural going on. Got the adventure stage with the speakers, Duncan Goff over there running away. So we've got another full lineup of speakers today. Again, Nick Sanders, Ben King, Jack Groves, around the world on a Himalayan. Tiffany Coates, the girl on a bike. Let's have a look. Michael Guy from MCN, who we're going to have a good chat about what bikes are coming out this year. Simon Weir is doing something on post-Brexit, post-COVID, travelling into Europe. Sidecar guys, Dylan Jones not coming. Chris Donaldson around the world on the Guzzi. Bruce Smart. Yeah, Timothy Angus, who's been around the world, two up on a V-Strom 650, he's going to do a chat. And that's about it. So, it's not the biggest show this year, but you know what? It's on. And there's bikes to look at. And I think that's enough. It's enough for me, I think. So, yeah, hopefully see you here. Take it easy, have a good weekend. Cheers.